Hello? Is somebody there? I've missed you so much! Yes! Oh! What? So, if you don't remember me from 3 years ago, my name is John Reddy, and shortly after I started my YouTube channel, I decided to start covering the second season of MTV's Scream series. It's been 3 years, and we have gotten no season 3. So for anyone that is new to the series, obviously Scream was an iconic movie series that came from the 90s. It finished up in the 2000s, and then instead of starting a fifth Scream movie, they decided to make a TV series, which is in the same spirit as the Wes Craven films. However, they changed Ghostface to a character named Brandon James, and they started using social media as they were keeping up with the time and technology as far as how Ghostface would go about hunting down his victims. The series was very ragtag, but I think it developed like a cult following because everyone was so invested in some of the characters like Audrey and Noah. They decided to reboot third season with a completely new cast, new story, and Brandon James is bye-bye, and we have Ghostface again. So, are we ever gonna find out who Brandon James is? No. It's unfortunate that we'll never see Bi-Curious and the Virgin again. However, we did see Bex Taylor Klaus in that movie Hellfest a year ago, or 2 years ago, I don't remember. The MTV Scream Twitter account went dormant for years. They would occasionally post updates because they filmed a third season. I think MTV produced it. And then Queen Latifah was a producer for that. They announced some cast members. They said Keke Palmer would be part of it, who was on Scream Queens for Ryan Murphy. Amongst a million other things, like she was Cinderella on Broadway. She was in Akeelah and the Bee. Honestly, that's where I remember her from growing up. And then Tyler Posey's on it, who was apparently on Teen Wolf. And then they said Mary J. Blige was a cast member, and that was the last thing we heard from MTV's Scream for years. We knew that they filmed 6 episodes, that it was going to be like a short special that would air over a few days. However, we never got it. 2 days ago, they released a trailer for the third season. Finally! Now it has the, surname? What's the word? It's got a subtitle, whatever you want to call it. Scream Resurrection. It is now on VH1. This is probably for the best because with MTV, when they did the second season, they moved Scream to another day of the week and at a later time slot, and it was just not doing well as far as ratings goes, so they had to switch it back from Monday to now Tuesday again, and they bumped it back up to another hour, which really sort of screwed it over as far as people joining late into the show. So the second season did not do well, and that is on the large part because of the network. So, I'm a day late here, but I just saw the trailer, so I went ahead and I watched it and I decided to dissect it a little bit. The very first clip in this trailer is an edgy teenage girl walking down a dark concrete hallway, aka what I wish I looked like in middle school when I was goth for 3 days. The next scene, we see some guy in a car and Ghostface lights up what looks like a road flare and then torches this row of crops, which, don't farmers have it hard enough in this economy? We then see that this is going to be a 3-night event, and I am fairly positive that it is 6 episodes, because that's what we've been told we were going to get way back in 2016, whenever this show finished for the second season. We then cut to a scene where it looks like a high school, and it looks like it's been decorated for Halloween, so I'm guessing this is set to take place in Halloween time. However, it's being released in the summertime, so maybe it's Halloween, maybe it's just a spooky event. Also, I want to note, when I went back to Twitter to check out the official Scream account, I realized that the Twitter handle is no longer MTV Scream, it is now VH1 Scream, and I didn't know that you could have your Twitter handle changed and still maintain all of your followers. So we see a clip of Mary J. Blige, and she looks like she's cheering on her son at the football team. We are then told that Tyga is a cast member here. I don't know who Tyga is, but he's covered in tattoos and he's racing off in a car and he calls some guy a gangster. We then cut to CJ Wallace, who seems like a very wholesome boy, and he literally says, "Son of a biscuit." That's good. We then see a clip of Keke Palmer running in a locker bank. It says with Keke Palmer, so it makes it sound like she's not as big of a cast member on this, which is a shame because Keke Palmer is a treasure that is too good for this planet. We then cut to someone named Paris Jackson, who I don't know either. And the clip they showed of her seems very reminiscent of the Candy character in Scream 3. We then see this music concert full of people wearing the ghost face mask, and this is very much like Scream 2, hello, movie theater scene. Will Smith's wife gets murdered. It then announces Queen Latifah as a producer, which we knew. We've heard and seen interviews where they talk about how they wanted this series to be a little bit different from the previous ones. And they were saying, we want to make the show less white, which, you know, that's a refreshing take on the series because there have not been too many minority characters in the Scream movies. We only got a few of them in the first 2 seasons of the show, so this will be a very refreshing take on it. And then we finally get a line from Ghostface, which actually sounds like it might be voiced by that original voice actor. I'd have to go back and double check that. But they say, "I want to know what you look like on the inside." Saw much? And then the very last title card says, Scream Resurrection on VH1, Monday, July 8th. I wrap on set of my first union feature film on Monday the 8th, and I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to watch this, maybe I won't be able to, but I'm going to try to do recaps of this as best I can while it's happening, because Scream was really how I sort of built up my YouTube channel from like 10 subscribers to like over 200. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. If you're a fan of the show like I am, you're probably dying for it too. And who knows, maybe if this goes over well, VH1 will reboot it for a 4th season. Maybe it'll be a completely new cast. Maybe the first cast will come back. Maybe they cross paths. I don't know. It's a great time to be alive though, so until next time. Oh! No, that's chocolate. You can't eat that. Otis, you're my little boy. I'm not gonna kick you out of the room. I just want to use you for clickbait. Yeah, there we go. I don't need my khaki cargo pants in this. Otis, get off of the tripod. Otis, stop touching the tripod. Otis, you need to move out of the way, please. Okay, we'll start a new I can't even because of you. Because of you. Focus on the doorknob. Stop it! Stop rubbing against the tripod, please. Are we ever gonna find out who Brandon James is? Do I want to admit that?